Hello. Welcome. Oh my God, Luna's not here. So let me get rid of my Luna cam. There you go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our daily get together live here on Facebook. Notice how I jump with enthusiasm when I say our daily. It is daily, not weekly. It's daily. Where did I get that habit? I don't know. From watching motivational speakers, I suppose. Anyhow, I'm rambling because it's Wednesday, and today is Walking Wednesday, of course. It's April 7th. Today we're going to take a nice little walk to the damaged area of Olas Altas to see what happened after. I say damaged, it's just being silly. Of course it's not damaged. It's just that Semana Santa just ended, and we want to go see, what's happening over there. Did they survive the mobs, or what went on? But before we do that, it's our announcements. This is Coffee and Headlines, our daily get together where we exchange headlines and topics and questions and suggestions and ideas on how to stay sane, how to stay happy, how to stay immersed in our lives here in Puerto Vallarta as a community of English-speaking locals. It is always a pleasure to get together with you, and it is always a pleasure to welcome new friends to our cluster. If you are new watching this morning, welcome. Grab your favorite beverage. I'm drinking nice coffee. And feel free to ask any questions that you have. Feel free to let us know that you're new by writing the word new in your comments. And if you have something truly important that you wish to share today, please add the letter Q and we'll try to get to it during the broadcast. As always, let us take a look at who's joining us. Just a few friends. I think Brett has a mission to make me not forget that Mazatlan is there and waiting for me to visit. Thank you very much, Brett. I really appreciate your company. Dave has shoes on, ready to walk. I love it. Dan is ready to walk. Judy is ready to walk. I'm getting clear signs that Walking Wednesday is popular and is here to stay. I love it. Ricky attempted to say que pedo, but he said que pudo, but I get your message. What's going on, cabrón? ¿Cómo estás, hijo de la chingada? But those are all good, colorful metaphors for you. Because I was not angry. If I had been angry, then I might have been insulting, but I wasn't. My sister is here. Good morning por la morning. Te quiero mucho, hermanita. Let's see who else is here. Raymond, our favorite baker, is in the house.
El panadero con el pan. El panadero con el pan.
There you go. Let's see. Stephanie got her second shot yesterday. I hope it was a good prick. Let's see. Another shot. Thank you very much. Slept 10 hours last night after second Pfizer shot. Excellent. Excellent. Let's see. Hi, Paco. Navy blue looks good on you. Thank you. It's a brand new shirt. I never wore it before, but I discovered this local store called Optima, and they sell really affordable, pretty shirts. So this is what I bought there. Yay. Along comes a scorpion, says Logan. I wonder if this is related to the villa that you administer or if you read the news as I read the news. Feel free to clarify because there was a scorpion bite in the news. Sting or bite? I don't know. But there was a scorpion in the news, that's for sure. Um, Sherry has her water bottle ready to go. I love it. Um, let's see what else. Linda is at the convention center, very organized, 1.5 hours. Line has died down. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Let's see. James says, let's go get the bread. I love it. I am so very happy to read that many of you friends are getting your vaccine, and that is just wonderful. Claude is watching from Villa Amarilla. I hope you have a wonderful pool day out there. This is wonderful. Let's see. Oh, Rita shops at Optima all the time. I had purchased Optima stuff before, but never realized that they have now two stores. One is in downtown, and the other one is at Macro Plaza, and they have really affordable clothes for boys and girls. So there you have it. Oh, Stephanie says that her prick was long and thin. Well, that's better than no prick at all. That's for sure. Anyhow, it is great to see you all. Let us get started with the news. Today we have some feedback as to how the vaccination process is going. Some comments from our president about this, that, and the other. Two vessels are docked at the maritime terminal. Why on earth are they here? We'll answer all these questions and more during the broadcast. Let us get started with the news. Okay, so it's nice to hear from you that things are going on in an orderly fashion because the paper is reporting otherwise. The second vaccination campaign in Puerto Vallarta has not been without a few glitches. We learned that there's been everything from long lines to people disregarding the alphabetical order that was established by government officials, and I would disregard it too. I was one of the first persons that said, just go, forget about the time schedule. And I stand by it because, usually they're not very organized and they'll take everyone and anyone when they're supposed to. And that's exactly what happened. Unfortunately, I also learned that a friend of mine told me yesterday that she showed up at the expected time based on her last name. And by the time she got there, vaccines had already run out for the day. She was told to return today. Another reason that increased the chaos is that the number of vaccination locations was reduced for the second shot, thus increasing the lines. But hopefully these are just isolated situations. And Logan's referring to the news, and that's where the sting comes from. Because in the news, I read that part of the chaos in the vaccination is that a person at the convention center was stung by a scorpion, and obviously there was some additional chaos added to that. Hopefully everything was taken care of. And hey, what a better place to get stung by a scorpion than a place that is just packed with doctors and nurses ready to take care of you. Although I don't know if anti-serum for scorpion was available or whatever it is that they do to diminish the effects of this sting. In his daily press conference, Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador announced that he anticipates all seniors and teachers will be vaccinated by May, and that vaccination of the previous 2 decades, that is from those from 40 to 60 years of age, will be in progress as long as vaccines are available. He was specific. He said, we'll definitely start with 50 to 60 years of age, and if we have enough vaccines, we will move on and start vaccinating those that are from 40 to 50 years of age as well. We also learned that Mexico has just authorized the use of an Indian vaccine called Covaxin, which brings up the number of vaccines available here in Mexico to 6. That would be AstraZeneca, CanSino, Covaxin, Pfizer, Sinovac, and Sputnik 5. If you're thinking of names for your upcoming baby, if you're pregnant and expecting, Well, here are some lovely terms that you should probably not use to call your next baby. No sound. I am sorry. Oh my God. I'm looking at your comments. Sorry, my bad. I have been babbling and I had lost my sound. I am so very sorry. I'm looking at your comments and you're all telling me no audio, no audio, no audio. All I can tell you is it's been a while since I did something that stupid. So please be kind um, on me and or maybe throw some cakes at me. I don't mind it. Not today. I'm very sorry about that. Um, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I hope you got all my news, and I was just commenting on some of the things that you are saying about getting the vaccine, and I was just mentioning how we all should be a little bit patient through the whole process. Okay, so I read you all. I read you. I read you. I muted myself. I clearly muted myself. Am I the only one that lost your audio? No, 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 no. The one that is deserving of the cakes today is me. Okay, so everybody lost the audio. We haven't heard anything for 5 minutes. I am really sorry, Kathleen. I owe you 5 minutes of broadcast. I promise I will broadcast for 5 minutes extra. Should we try calling? Should we storm his house and knock on his door to make sure he's paying attention? Okay, okay, that was funny. Last 5 minutes soundless! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Sherry, the world could easily run out of exclamation marks when you use that many. One is enough. Let's see what else we have. Seriously, I mean, did you know that the world is running out of exclamation marks because we use so fucking many of them? It's amazing. And what are we going to do when the world runs out of exclamation marks? If anybody has a good answer to that question, I'd love to hear it. Oh, the last comment we could hear was from not naming your baby a COVID vaccine. So you missed all my comments to your comments. So I actually didn't say anything important. So no worry, no worry. Let's see. Stephanie's throwing a brownie at me. Okay, you can throw a brownie at me. I'm not leaving the house today anyway. Let's see. Hmm. What were the five baby names? Well, the names of the vaccine, that's what they were. I suggested, if you're going to have a baby in the near future, do not call your baby AstraZeneca, CanSino, Covaxin, Pfizer, Sinovac, or Sputnik. It would not be nice. Oh, no worries, Sherry. I'm just poking fun, not at you, but with you. This business of exclamation marks is just me being silly. Let's see what else we have. And in Spanish, we use two exclamation marks. Yes, one at the beginning and one at the end. They're a bitch to type, but it is what it is. Anyhow, let me see. It is time for the weather. Okay, and my microphone is on. Yay! It is 26 degrees in Puerto Vallarta. The humidity is at 50%. Fahrenheit would be 79 degrees. And our weather forecast for today calls for a clear day, high temperature of 30, low temperature of 18. Tomorrow it's going to be partly cloudy with a high temperature of 32, low temperature of 19. And Friday, it is going to be clear through the day with a high temperature of 32, low temperature 18. It is clearly getting warmer, and it is clearly getting more humid. I've had conversations with friends, and everybody's noticing. Sooner or later, you're bound to be consciously aware of it. I am consciously aware of it now. I'm schwitzing as I sit here, or maybe I'm just feeling a little schwitzy because I hit the mute button by mistake. Let's see what else happens. Oh, guilty as charged. Sorry to honk at you and scare you yesterday. Well, you didn't scare me, Nancy. I laughed at myself because I turned around and I waved, and I thought to myself, who the hell was that? Well, I don't know, but it's nice to be honked at. If anything, it would be nice to be able to actually see who honks at you. But no, I was happy to be honked. Please honk me. Honk me hard. Anytime you want to honk me, you can honk at me or honk me. I don't care. Michael says, tomorrow I will park outside, and if anything happens, I will honk 3 times. Honk 3 times if you're da 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 da. Just tell me what time you'll be honking, Michael, and what I should be wearing, and I'll be happy to keep my ears out. I want to call my husband Sputnik. Well, Claude, your husband could easily be called Sputnik, but that's because he's adorable. I hope you and Lucas had a wonderful birthday celebration for Lucas yesterday. I read through the grapevine that you were going upriver, and I certainly hope it was a wonderful day for the both of you. Let's see. The weather never seems to change. Yay. Well, it changes slowly, Kelly, as you probably know. And one of these days, we're going to wake up and it's going to be like, woof, totally damp. And it just happens. Claude insists on making me blush. I love it. Honk, honk, back at you, baby. Anyhow, where are we? Where are we? We're being totally chatty today. We have so many things to do. Oh, yes. I wanted to tell you about don't forget the lonely semicolon. Seriously, I love your comments. You guys are awesome. There are 2 large vessels docked at the maritime terminal this week. In case you're wondering, it is the New Amsterdam, belonging to the Holland American Cruise Line, and the USS Freedom, a combat ship from the U.S. Navy. The New Amsterdam will be docked for 3 days for maintenance and resupply, and the Freedom sets out at sea this afternoon. And the last headline that I wanted to share with you before we move on to our Walking Wednesday is another one of these 5-minute series from the New York Times. Now it's time to fall in love with the music composed by Johannes Brahms, with insightful options by Carlos Santana, Branford Marsalis, and other important artists. Personally, my favorite Brahms composition is his 4th Symphony, and I was so very glad to see it highlighted in this particular article. Brahms's music is just beautiful, and there's a lot to pick from. There's singing music, there's symphony, and there's piano works and lieder, and all kinds of really, really good stuff. So hopefully you'll take some time to take a look at this article, which of course will be included in the show notes today. Steve Elfer says, that vaccine a disaster. It will probably never see the light of day in the U.S. Steve, you must be a vaccine expert to say something as heavy and large as the vaccine is a disaster. Please share your sources with us so that we can be in tune with you and we can all agree with you that the vaccine is a disaster. On the other hand, if the vaccine is not a disaster, then kindly consider your statements moving forward. Okay, that said, it is time to go walking. And before we go walking, let me tell you a little bit about how my entire day went. Yesterday, I went walking into town, and of course, I had errands to run and places to be. I recorded a walking tour that got hijacked by someone, and I'm not going to get into details, so I decided, shit, I'm going to record 2 walking tours today. And of course, in today's walking tour, I ended up in Olas Altas because I had errands to run, and I had decided, and I'm going to, I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to tell you what Taco Tuesday is going to be next week. And that means that I went to Tacos Revolucion yesterday for lunch because I wanted to get ahead of the game. And oh my God, Tacos Revolucion was amazing. So I'll probably be gushing a little bit about it through the week, which means I will have another Taco Tuesday surprise on Tuesday. Anyhow, I was walking down Olas Altas and I found myself thinking, well, I was scared to come to this part of town and I didn't want to, brush up with a lot of tourists, and I didn't want to be in a place where there were a lot of people. And this is how it's looking. And I thought to myself, well, maybe the nice folks at Coffee and Headlines would also like to see what Olas Altas looked like yesterday. Take a look. Okay, here we go.
Hello everyone. Today I'm standing at the corner of Olas Altas Street and Pilita Street in Colonia Emiliano Zapata. Olas Altas is probably, next to Basilio Vadillo, the most popular street in this touristy neighborhood. So we're going to walk it today, 2 days after Semana Santa came and went, just to see how crazy things look. I will cut to the chase. It's very comfortable right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk the 3 or 4 block stretch that is this street and showcase a couple of places that are worth checking out if you're not familiar with this neighborhood. And we're going to start with the Swedes. I'm standing right next to their sign, and the Swedes is a really awesome Swedish restaurant where you can find all kinds of great treats to enjoy. Buenas tardes. Hola, hola. Hola. The neighborhood car washer doing his thing. Across the street, I'm standing in front of Salud Superfood, a favorite place for breakfast. Hey, a favorite place for breakfast. And right next to Salud is the Palm Cabaret and Bar, one of the local venues that does live performances. Again, this is a really happening street. Lots of things to do, places to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Real estate agencies, businesses of all kinds. It's no wonder that a lot of people would choose to hang out in this neighborhood. But it can get a little crowded, maybe not now. I'm walking now into Azafran, which is a beautiful corner restaurant that has both indoor and outdoor seating. Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes, my name is
They say the restaurant's the best. I'm not so sure about that. But hey, everybody's entitled to an opinion. Right here at the corner, Verona has been making quite a statement for some time. They have been featuring great food. And again, a lot of these restaurants have taken advantage of the fact that the sidewalks are quite wide here. So they're able to apply for permits to have their tables outside. Across the street is La Piazzetta, which is a very well-known pizzeria here in town.
An Italian restaurant, actually.
Here is, of course, Tacos Revolucion. Let's take a look at the gentlemen that take care of you. Hola.
Buenas tardes, hola. Buen día.
One of the best taco places in town. And I know that because I just ate there. And we're going to feature them on our Taco Tuesday map, of course.
Ooh, sexy male torsos on the right.
And we are now at the intersection with Francisca Rodriguez Street. If I look to the right, Hotel Mercurio is just down the street. I don't know that you can see it from here. Let me cross the street. Ah, this is more like it. So Hotel Mercurio is half a block up there. And then if I look the other way, right against the sun, Los Muertos Pier is just one walk down the street. And now we continue forward. This is the block. Right now we're walking past Café San Angel, a wonderful place to have, you know, outdoor cafe and people watch. Coming up is Apache's Martini and Cocktail Bar, owned by dear friends of our broadcast. And Andale is another popular location where a lot of tourists like to hang out, especially because Andale has their own donkey, which they oftentimes keep around for people to be able to ride as they're waiting for their food.
Señor,
Hola.
que yo paparazzi here. You can record here too.
Many people will try to talk you into trying tequila here, tequila there, tequila everywhere. As you know, we frown on people doing tequila shots. It is just not sporty.
No, it isn't.
Why waste
Why wait?
a glass full of beautiful, delicious liquor in one gulp without tasting it? And that's just my own take on tequila. Across the street from me is Hotel Playa Los Arcos. one of the more traditional hotels in this neighborhood. And within the hotel is Kaiser Maximilian, a really wonderful gourmet restaurant that has indoor and outdoor seating. You may want to consider that.
Not an essential worker.
Of course, you know, we are walking parallel. Hello. We are walking parallel to the beach. Los Muertos Beach is one block this way. So at any point in time, you could easily walk down to the beach and check it out. But of course, you are locals, you know where the beach is. And this is now the corner with Basilio Vadillo. And of course, we've talked about Basilio Vadillo. We've checked it out before. Right now, we're not gonna go do Basilio Vadillo because we already have. And there is one extra block to keep in mind as we were walking down Olas Altas. And this particular block has a couple of interesting places. There is a beautiful store across the street called Tierra Huichol, which has some Huichol crafts. Just down the street is another well-known store called Safari Accents, actually, and it's right over there. And of course, even though they are closing their doors this month, at the end of Olas Altas is or has been the legendary Daiquiri Dick's restaurant. And
the best food for my activities.
And it is really unfortunate that Daiquiri Dick's is going to new owners. We hope that they will transfer the business and convert it into something wonderful. And of course, right here, we are at the beautiful Lázaro Cárdenas Park, the tile park that has been transformed by local tile artist Natasha Moraga. As long as we're here, let us take a quick look at some of the work that is being done here. Natasha Moraga, a local tile artist, has taken it upon herself to transform just about every possible surface on this park into one that is covered with tiles. There's a small amphitheater here, a public space where people can sit down and enjoy performances that are organized by the city.
Yes, they still have the market there.
And in the middle of the park, rather in the middle of the plaza, is this beautiful sculpture that somehow pays tribute to the burros that are reluctant to move forward when prodded to do so. And this is, of course, where the Saturday Farmers Market meets. Of course, right now it's completely deserted. There's a colleague across from me also doing some video, which is, I think, is really fun. But the beautiful thing about this park is that everywhere you look, there are mosaic tiles. And if you notice, a lot of people have sponsored this project, both businesses and private individuals, with their own tiles. And this is what has allowed the project to continue. It is not finished. Natasha still has some more work to do.
That was a loud bird.
But it is nice to see how the park has developed through this time. And of course, on the far side of the park, there is this sculpture of Lázaro Cárdenas himself with that hideous building behind of it. Many people wonder why that building is still there, why it hasn't been fixed up. That is a good question. If I had an answer for you, I would share it. Alas, I don't. But let us at least take a quick look at Lázaro Cárdenas himself so that you can see the sculpture up close. And now we're going to find the closest shaded spot just to say farewell, because we are schwitzing. It is a warm afternoon, and right here next to the police station I see some shade, and this is where I'm going to say goodbye. And thank you for joining me on this short walk featuring Olas Altas. I hope to see you again sometime soon. Have a great one.
Okay. Very quickly, because I realized I said a bold statement halfway through the broadcast. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. Somebody just asked if I had met Alice, and my answer was, who the fuck is Alice? And I answered that only because at Andalus, they play that song all the time. So if I was supposed to have met another Alice and you thought I was being nasty, I was not being nasty. Secondly, I don't know about you locals, but it's so funny because watching the walking tours, and I mean, I shot it, I was there, etc., etc. But while I watch it, I keep thinking to myself, our city has some really awesome places. And I think it's sometimes easy to take them for granted or forget that they're there. Personally, I choose not to spend a lot of time around Olas Altas anymore because it's touristy and it's far away from my place and it's not where I want to be necessarily. But for example, yesterday, when I sat down at Tacos Revolucion for lunch, wow, what a great reminder of what an amazing taqueria that place is. And I'm going to be so very happy to mention this on Taco Tuesday next week. Let me take a look at some of your questions. Michael asks, where can we get the best conchas in Vallarta? What a great question that is, Michael. I cannot think of a specific bakery that has them, but if you come up with amazing conchas, please let me know. Conchas, for those of you who may not know, is a type of bread, sweet bread, that is very common in Mexican panaderias or bread shops. Let's say that makes two of us, Stephanie. I love the cluster too. Am I getting the Ken Burns special on Hemingway? I haven't looked for it, but I will definitely look for it. Thank you very much for the recommendation. Another love note for Tacos Revolucion. Let's see. Yes, I didn't get a chance to meet Raul and his wife, but of course, Trucha, one thing that you may or may not be aware of is that Raul's brother Arturo regularly joins us here at Coffee and Headlines from Canada. So it is a pleasure, to not only go to Tacos Revolucion and La Romantica, the family's other restaurant, but it is a pleasure to know that in doing that, we're also supporting part of the cluster. So that makes me very, very happy. Let's see. Ba-dim, bam, boom, bam, boom. Let's see. So many comments on so many wonderful places along that street. You see, there's a lot of stuff there. The Palm has indeed expanded into the old Sama space. Sama has been gone. Sama used to be the upstairs martini bar right outside of the Palm. So now the Palm uses that space to fix the cocktails that they serve during the show. Make tacos, not walls is a great sign. Not only that, Steve, but it is a very popular t-shirt. I see when I was sitting down for lunch yesterday, I saw two people try to buy them. And I don't know if he actually bought the T-shirt or not, but I saw waiters showing them the T-shirt, and in fact, I took a photograph of this. Let's see. Cafe San Angel has great burgers. Agreed. Apaches, yes, Apaches. Um, See, there's that comment. Mark said, "Did you get to meet Alice?" And I hope you meant the Alice in the "Who the Fuck Is Alice" song, and not another Alice that I'm supposed to meet. Let's see what else. The donkey must not be an essential worker. Haven't seen him in there in a while. Where I think there's several donkeys, more than one, but I don't know exactly um, how that goes. I am a white guy, but still not white enough to go to Andales. No comment. It's I look into Andales, and I see a lot of people having fun in there, but somehow I feel like, okay, that's not my crowd. I could be wrong, but I've never been in there dancing to YMCA. No shade, but I just haven't done it. Um, Cafe San Angel has the best sign a few years ago that said, "Keep calm, you're on the fun side of Trump's wall." No comment there either. Um, Catherine has a point. Some tequila should not be tasted. My whole point about tequila is precisely that. I mean, if you're gonna have shots with your buddies, at least have cheap tequila so that it doesn't have to stay in your taste buds long enough. But there are some exquisite liquors, exquisite tequilas that deserve the pleasure of sipping them and tasting them. I mean, when was the last time you took a whiskey shot? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Ew. Do I prefer sipping tequila? Absolutely. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. Shum bada bim bam bam gada gada ga dun 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 dun. I used to love safari accents, but the owner has been particular about anyone trying to take a photo inside of his shop. So I have a little grudge, but that's just me. Um, let's see what else. It's nice to see that many of you are familiar with many of the shops in that neighborhood. That is wonderful. Um, Great photo ops in the park, absolutely. Do they still have dances on Fridays? I don't know, Angelica, but something tells me that they mustn't be doing it now because right now the government is stating that no large congregations, no large gatherings of people should be taking place. So I don't think they're doing that. I'm going to show this again because being a part of the tile park is a really wonderful experience. I showed the Facebook page for the park at some point during the walk. That's the place where one can get to learn what kind of workshops are available so that you can contribute to building the park. Let's see what else. That's that building. Yes, that's that building right behind the Lázaro Cárdenas sculpture. Has been an eyesore here in Puerto Vallarta for some time. And James says the tourist police don't work on the weekends for some reason. Maybe they're just stationed elsewhere. We don't know. You should be wearing your hat. I know, but yesterday I had so many places to be that I figured it would be complicated to schlep the gigantic hat. Let's see. Go ask Alice. I think she'll know. I love it. Thank you very much for that, Joey. Yeah, that's a Facebook page. And let's see. Let's see. You were wearing a really full covering mask today. Where did you buy it? If you're referring to me, I get my masks at their surgical masks that I get at Costco. They come in large boxes. I bought a box back last year, and I'm still going through my box. Alan says his dog likes buttocks. I'll take a note of that. The menu at Hotel Mercurio is outstanding. I totally agree with that. Paul has endeavored to create a wonderful selection of things. Another love note for the folks at Tacos Revolucion. This is so nice to read. And let's see what else. Whiskey shot about 15 minutes ago. Here's to you. It's going to be wine o'clock pretty soon at my casa. And let's see, Anonymous, great place and bar, La Playa across from the park. Absolutely. See, there's all kinds of place. Do I have a sense of locals' reaction to the renaming Parque de los Azulejos? I don't even know that that is an official name, Liz. Uh, it's Plaza Lázaro Cárdenas. I don't even think that there's been an official ceremony or I don't know. So if I knew, then I could probably answer to you. I think locals would appreciate it being called Parque de los Azulejos because that's what it is now. But honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Um, I think this is it. We've reached the end of your comments. Oh, geeky note. Geeky note. You may have noticed that I was wearing a lavalier microphone for the last two Walking Wednesday tours. I am recording my narration separately, and I have found that it creates a better audio of my voice as I'm narrating. I hope you agree. If you haven't noticed, then I do think it's a little bit better. And if you have noticed, then that's why the audio sounds a little better. Anyhow, I think this is it. We have survived Coffee and Headlines despite a 5-minute audio mute in which I was just going, that kind of thing. And I thank you for that. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining me. Tomorrow is Thursday. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. We'll keep track of the news. Hope that the rest of the vaccine distribution for seniors goes on without a hitch. And I hope that your day will be beautiful and wonderful, full of kindness and safety and great food and sipping tequila. And I hope to connect with you very, very soon, hopefully even tomorrow. Have a great day.